up, guys? Today we'll talk about not one, not two, but three things to think about when you're building your personal brand. Let's go.
Welcome to the Bite Size Marketing Hack Podcast, where you get the confidence to hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time. Hey guys, my name is Mark.
My name is Rashawn.
And welcome to Bite Size Marketing Hacks. We really try to give you what you need in this noisy digital space to connect with your people in an effective way in little bite-sized chunks. So today, we're breaking it down with personal branding. And we thought we'd bring in some content from a guy that we both respect and is pretty well known within the marketing space. And that is none other than Gary Vee.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
That's awesome. How'd you first connect with Gary Vee and his stuff?
The very first place I sort of found Gary Vee's content and began to consume it like no other was on YouTube, actually. It was the Gary Vee show. And it was really awesome. I enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it. It was so valuable to me at that time because I was actually trying to find ways to grow as an influencer, and he was speaking into that and, you know, how to build your personal brand and different things like that. And it really helped me a lot.
Man, he is a well-rounded dude. He's a great business guy. So if you want to look up Gary Vee, I think it's Gary Vee on some of his Twitter and all that stuff. But look up Gary Vee and find his stuff. He's got a lot of content around just inspirational and motivational for business leaders, but also just really practical insights for marketing and for business growth and just what it means to be a young entrepreneur. So we know there's some of you out there, and we just want to speak to and encourage our Gen Z audience. Those of you who are like younger and want to step into this entrepreneurial space. Man, we're on your team, and Gary Vee is a great guy to go to get some encouragement in that. So.
Yes, definitely. And that's why I'm super excited to go through these three things, you know, that'll help you so much build your personal brand. And it helped me a ton. So.
Well, let's go in. So 3 things to help you think about when you're building a personal brand. Number 1, have the self-awareness to understand how you best communicate.
Gotta
Talk
know
about
your
that,
voice,
Rashawn.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's so important to understand what's your voice, what's for you and what's not for you. Some people really eat up the camera when they're in front of the camera. Is that for you? Is that the best way you communicate? Or some people, you know, love audio, really voice. Right. Voice, awesome at voice, and can do a podcast or different content like that. And then you have others that are just writing machines, write blogs, write books, bring product to people that can really encourage and inspire in that way. Wherever that is, whatever means of content that you're called to do, whatever helps best communicate your personal brand, jump into it.
You know, that's so good, Rashawn. I feel like you've modeled that really well to really be clear on the things that you're really great at, and some of the edges of this is just not this is not the lane that is my main lane.
So true.
And so I've been trying to step into that too, but I feel like it's easy to get kind of swayed by all of this information out there. Is like video is what you got to be on. In fact, we just did a couple podcasts on video is really key, but you know what?
True.
If you're not good on camera, don't force it, because it'll actually be bad for your brand if you're trying to be somebody else.
That you're not.
If you're not that person. So if you're an amazing writer or blogger, or just maybe you're just really good at coming up with just little tiny ideas, and you create a Instagram feed that's just booming, do that.
So true.
Focus in on your skill set.
That's very true. And I think, there's several people that model this really well, what you're talking about, Mark. And I love how you digged into that. But I know a young lady who's not good at video at all. But what she does is she takes her devotionals that she writes out and she sends it out sort of sporadically to different video influencers, people that have platforms that can share her devos online. She's an introvert,
great
not an
idea.
extrovert, but
that's a great idea.
It's crazy, and her scale has went out the wazoo.
So she's taken what the area that she's good at, and she's just getting really smart with how that can still be powerful.
Exactly.
Man, that's good.
Let other people be her voice and use, her hands to bless people.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I know Rashawn's got thoughts on number 2. Number 2, talk about things you actually believe in, not what's in your vested interest.
Wow.
Go,
that's
Rashawn.
so true. We have to really, really understand and comprehend. Come on now, that it's not about us. It's not about like merely just sharing about what we're vested and interested in, but really going back to what we truly believe in. And I think that's what's going to really narrow our niche down and build our audience, grow our audience. When you stand for everything, you know, people will end up not following you. You know what I'm saying? You can't please everybody.
You can't please everybody. Narrow. And not only can you not please everybody, you're boring if you're trying to like just do what you think people want or just giving vanilla middle of the road stuff. People want to hear who you are how the particular niche you're in filters through you. And so if you're trying to be somebody else, or if you're communicating in a way that's just trying to get something from them, people see that. So true. And they don't connect with that. So got to talk about what you actually believe in.
I love that.
So number 3, get over the stigma of even producing content for social. How often, how many times do we get kind of like caught up in wanting to preserve our image and keeps us from actually creating the content?
That's so good. I remember at the beginning of I was so nervous just to even, post a video of myself. I would be critical about what everyone thought of me and things like that. But at the end of the day, when we produce a piece of content, it shouldn't, be our insecurities driving that. I once heard someone say like the social media is the sea of insecurity. And it's important. I think that's why I love what Instagram is doing. They're taking away those likes, numbers and different things like that. But it's so important that that your message is a bridge to help free someone else. It isn't about making things all about you.
And so I will speak from my own experience on this. Rashawn and I are both preachers. We both love to share about Jesus and preach. And it's been a bit since I've done that from a stage platform, a few months now. But, I remember when I first began to preach, I would never watch the video afterwards, or listen to the audio, because I hated the sound of my voice. I hated the look of the video. I bet that's some of you out there. You don't even want to see what you look like on camera or hear your. But you know what? I think right. And so I think it was getting over that hurdle of fear of man and just what are people gonna think about me. What first thing I see are all my own insecurities when I begin to look at it. Other people don't even see that, but that's all I see. But getting over that really just began to it happened as I did some leaning into some of my own junk. That's
good, bro.
So as those thoughts started to come up, rather than shoving them down and just ignoring and not doing the job of preaching or content creation, instead I began to address it and say, why is it that triggers me? Why is that a big deal for me? And allowing that to come to the surface. And now, partly because I've done it a lot, but partly because I've just leaned into it, that's not a stigma for me. I'm not as worried about, I know that I've still got my own warts and problems and all that stuff.
Same.
But I'm able to just say, you know what? That's just a part of me. That's part of who I am.
I love that, Mark. Love that. And I love how you tapped in, the preaching side of us. And I want to extend that to think about even the passage of scripture where it says perfect love cast out all fear.
That's good.
And whenever we began to, keep in mind that it's love that's driving us, to, encourage and share this message to the world that we're given to encourage and enrich people, it changes everything when we think about the people and not the content. And I got to preach this to myself all the time.
That's good. Well, so guys, there's 3 things to think about when you build your personal brand from Gary Vee. So hope that's helpful. And as usual, please rate, review, subscribe to our podcast. It really helps this to grow and to serve more people so that we can give away this content to more people. So anything else?
Feel free to connect with us and check out our services at Frontier Creative too. And,
that's it.
Even come online and make sure you're following some of our social media platforms. We've been really enjoying connecting with you guys through there as well.
Awesome. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. And visit us at bitesizemarketinghacks.com for more resources and episodes that will help you hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time.